Hola y bienvenidos. Hello and welcome to the Mutua Madrid Open 2025, where the Spanish capital plays host to the first WTA 1000 event of the clay court swing. This prestigious event saw the world's very best in attendance, but only one player would take home the title. We'll have all the highlights from the showpiece final coming up. La Caja Magica played host to the tennis world for its 40th year, and the players were eager to unveil their own brands of magic on the courts in Madrid.
I love the support here, and I love the conditions, and I love the ball is flying. I feel like it fits my game really well, and every time I play out there on this beautiful stadium, I feel great, and I always want to stay here as long as possible.
So happy to be back in Madrid. Missed this whole kind of swing last year, unfortunately, and so I'm definitely happy to be back on the red clay.
I'm very excited. It's a very special week for me to be here at home. I have good memories from this tournament. I think it's my 10th year playing here, so imagine how many moments I've lived in this tournament, so I'm really looking forward to play.
Arriving in Spain in stunning form was new star of the Hologic WTA Tour, Mira Andreeva. With two 1,000 titles to her name in 2025, the young talent was understandably reflective of her fast progress.
I remember myself being here last year, and if you would have told me that I would have 3 WTA titles and 2 of them are 1,000, I would be like, oh yeah, right, come on. But yeah, of course, it just feels great because in such a short time, I think that I've improved and I've developed as a player, and it just feels great, I would say.
Enjoying rich success in 2025, Mira has also been a nemesis to the world number one. While Sabalenka had a hat-trick of finals and a 1,000 trophy in hand coming into Madrid, she'd been pipped to the post a few too many times for her liking.
It's tough losing the finals, and a couple of finals I lost. It's like I cannot really accept those matches and those losses. Whenever you lose, you always want to come back stronger, and it's kind of like motivate you to work even harder and come back even stronger.
Others in pole position have also been struggling with a shake-up in the rankings, but with the clay a strong swing for many, the top seeds were eyeing a change in fortune.
I love playing on clay, but I don't take, these tournaments for granted. It's not like it just happens, it's a lot of work and a lot of effort, and there's a long way to a trophy, so my expectations are that I'm gonna focus on what I do on the court and try to be the best player possible on every match, and the result is gonna come after that.
Pushing maybe the tournaments I haven't done so well, it's in the past, can't do anything to change it, so just trying to change my perspective to do better in future tournaments.
As the players provided lights-out tennis on the courts, so too did the power grid of Spain.
So maybe I just need to not get a lot of sleep.
A nationwide power outage caused a suspension of play mid-tournament as La Caja Magica was plunged into a blackout. But it wasn't all doom and gloom, with some time offline breaking the routine for players.
Diana Schneider and I were just kind of hanging out, laughing. We would laugh, and then we'd take a nap, and then we would laugh some more. So it was really just kind of just trying to manage and pass the time.
Actually, I enjoyed it, and I saw, so many people actually going outside on the streets and walking around, and the kids were, playing and being in parks, that I think they started spending their time a little bit differently, but my routines were kind of the same, so it wasn't a big change for me.
A pause in the proceedings always allows for introspection, and for Coco Gauff, lifting expectations seemed the way to unlock La Caja Magica.
I think it's honestly maybe a little bit more relaxing to play a tournament you haven't done well, because you're just kind of well, whatever happens is I just try to do better than I did last year, and eventually, you get a round better than I did the year before, and eventually you'll get to the final.
It was a tough start for the American, being bageled in the opening set of her first match on the Spanish clay against a defiant Diana Yastremska. But in the end, she managed to pull through in 3.
Coco Gauff survives a tough day at the office against a formidable opponent.
After a slow start, Coco was able to find a rhythm on the red dirt, with straight set wins against compatriot Ann Lee and a very much in form Belinda Bencic in an impressive display.
And it's a maiden Madrid quarterfinal for Coco Gauff.
The quarterfinals proved a tough challenge in the form of teenage sensation Mira Andreeva, searching for a hat trick of 1,000 titles in 2025. But another straight sets win saw Gauff into the semifinals.
And a sensational run of Coco Gauff in the Spanish capital continues. Now a semi-finalist for the first time in Madrid.
One of the toughest challenges on clay, Iga Świątek stood in the way of the final. With Gauff having won their last 2 encounters, the American made it a triple in style. Dropping only 2 points on her first serve, Coco defeated the defending champion and world number 2, 6-1, 6-1.
A crushing Coco Gauff win on the clay, unheard of, unbelievable.
When I woke up today, I felt good, and I knew I was going to play good, but obviously I wasn't expecting that scoreline. But I'm really happy with how I played and happy to be through to the final.
On the other side of the draw, the world number 1 was able to make light work of her first round match, coming through in straight sets. In the second round, good friend and former doubles partner Elise Mertens posed a harder challenge. But after a tricky first set, Sabalenka was able to come through, 3-6, 6-2, 6-1.
The Belgian put up a real fight here. Sabalenka wobbled at times, but when she needed to find that higher gear, the world number 1 found it.
At the round of 16, Aryna was able to see off Peyton Stearns in straight sets, setting up a quarterfinal encounter against Marta Kostyuk. A tough match, as the Ukrainian took the number 1 to a pair of tiebreaks. But a cool head meant Sabalenka was able to make the semifinals in straight sets.
And the world number 1 survives the threat, tested like never before by Marta Kostyuk.
Elina Svitolina was waiting for Aryna in the semifinal. With Sabalenka leading their head-to-head 4-1, she was favored to dominate the encounter, and the number 1 did not disappoint.
And win number 30 on the season for Aryna Sabalenka, a 3rd consecutive final. And she'll vie for a 3rd title at this WTA 1000 event.
I'm just super excited every time I'm coming here, and I don't know, I just love playing on the stadium. I enjoy the support, enjoy the battles here, and super happy to be in another finals, and hopefully I can do a little bit better than last year.
So, to the final, where Coco Gauff and Aryna Sabalenka would go head-to-head for the 10th time. There was little to choose between the pair this year in Madrid. With an identical win-loss record in sets at the tournament and little to separate them in games, it would be a tight affair. With both players serving well and in top form, the Spanish fans could expect a final of power and precision.
With WTA or Mutua Madrid? Mutua Madrid has high goal. And Mutua Madrid is start. Okay, so quick photos, please, both ways.
Cracking start for Aryna Sabalenka. Something for Coco Gauff to perhaps believe in, as it seemed dire for quite a while.
That is so well done. She didn't have a lot of time off that serve to get around and hit the forehand. Such good use of the hands for Gauff to be able to control that low ball down in line.
Aryna Sabalenka does indeed grab the opening set. And one set separates her from a further tour-leading 31 match wins and a tour-leading third title in 2025. And the finish from Gauff. And she finds her way to the lead for the first time since she held to start the match. Got to admire the industry and the quality of the opening point of the tiebreak. And Aryna Sabalenka is Campeón de Madrid. The world #1 reigns supreme for a third time in the Spanish capital as champion of the Madrid Open. Now, try as she might, Coco Gauff tried to put some resistance in front of Aryna Sabalenka. At times she did successfully, but in the end, she's the best player in women's tennis at the moment, and rightfully so. No one's won more matches on tour in 2025, 31, than Aryna Sabalenka. And no one has won more titles this year as she picks up #3 with a 6-3, 7-6 win over Coco Gauff. And the beaming smile of the world #1 as she collects her third crown in the Spanish capital. And on to Rome it shall be. Why not Aryna Sabalenka and the Madroma double?
To hold this beautiful trophy, it's unbelievable, to be honest, and I always enjoy playing on this court, but this year I felt like the support were like super special, and I feel like every time I'm coming here it's kind of like growing, and it's just incredible to see and to feel the support. That's just unbelievable.